It's Tyler. I was, make a long story short, I basically lost my cologne in the truck this morning. So I'm asking the Holy Spirit what I did with my cologne. I got a little vial of cologne about that big. So I'm looking for my cologne. I can't find it. I had it when I went in the truck stop to brush my teeth. I had everything in a bag. I remember taking the stuff out of the bag and setting it on that baby changer that's inside some of the stalls of these bathrooms. I use that as a table when I'm in a truck stop. So anyway, but I remember picking everything back up and putting it back in the bag and walking back to the truck after I brushed my teeth. So what I did is, when I was putting all those items up in the truck, I have drawers in my truck too, so I'm putting that stuff back in the drawers. For some reason, I put the cologne in the ashtray of the truck. I don't use the ashtray in the truck because I don't smoke, so I use it for other things. For one thing, I keep my flashlight inside the ashtray, which is a little bit bigger than a bottle of cologne. So anyway, so my cologne is in the ashtray and so is my flashlight. So I'm looking around, and I have one of these pouches that I carry all my ID in and my money and that kind of stuff. It's almost like a man purse. But anyway, it's real convenient, and I did buy it in the men's department. So it is for a man. So anyway, it's nothing I carry on my shoulder. It's something that I clutch in my hand and carry in my hand. So anyway, that thing has a hook on it, and I have it hooked on my drink holder in just around the area of the ashtray. So I'm looking for it. I'm looking for my cologne. I'm praying the Holy Spirit. I can't find it. I've even gone into the trash bin where the trash is stacked pretty high, and I can see where I threw my trash. So I go back to the trash bin. I look through my bag of trash. Like I said, I didn't dig down in the trash. The trash was sitting high in the trash bin. So I pulled it out, looked through that, couldn't find it, went back to the truck. So somehow I bumped my carry-all, and it bumped my flashlight, which fell down on the floor. So I pick up my flashlight to put it back in the ashtray, and that's where I found my cologne. So it's times like these when one can't find anything. I found that the Holy Spirit is the ultimate GPS because he knows where everything is. Every blade of grass, every leaf on the ground on planet Earth. So sometimes that can get scary though. You know, that almost sounds like something out of a supernatural movie, you know, because I bumped. It almost as if the Holy Spirit has control of my movements to bump my carry-all, to bump the flashlight, for the flashlight to fall on the floor. In other words, all that happened to draw my attention to the cologne that's sitting in the ashtray. So, don't underestimate the power of God, or I wouldn't. Or what I'm saying is, I don't underestimate the power of God because He is, we are predestined, and He knows everything that happens before it happens. So He arranged those movements of mine to find my cologne, you know, even down to my body movements. You know, if I look back on this and add it all up, I'm like, you know, it leads me to believe that He had me bump my carry-all, which bumped my flashlight to draw my attention to the cologne sitting in the ashtray, which is where the flashlight was sitting in the ashtray. The way the cologne was sitting, it couldn't have fell on the floor because it's laying flat in the ashtray, but my flashlight is slightly, it's at an angle. It's sitting at an angle because it won't completely fit inside the ashtray, so it's sitting at an angle where it can fall out if it's bumped right. So Anyway, that's just one of those things that just man, the supernatural power manifests itself into our 3D physical world, and it's really kind of, you know, one of those things that make you, you know, try to say nah, you know, it tries to make you shy away from the truth that something supernatural just took place. Anyway, I love y'all. I'll make a video at a later date.